All right, you spaz. Calm down. Just a sec. All right, come here. Come here. There you go. Put your leg in. This isn't right. Hold on. Put your leg in. Little hole. Calm down. Oh my gosh, dude. You are so worked up. You're going to be hot. You're not even going to enjoy this. Okay, come here. Let's hook you up. She's fine. She's just a freak. All right, you ready? Let's go. All right, sorry about the noise. There's some construction going on. Let's go this way, dummy. Taking the dog out for a walk and figured it'd be a good time to record. I'm using my new Hollyland. That is loud, dude. Hollyland remote mic. Doing a little testing with it today, a little outdoor test. Oh my gosh, I don't know what they're doing over there, but there's no way that's good. Let's get over here. Jeez, a lot going on today. Bunch of street shit. I may have picked the worst possible day to do this. I guess probably a lot of projects are like coming due and they got to hurry up and do it before the end of the year. I don't know. Yeah, what the heck? They're totally tearing this whole bit up here. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see this. This is my HOA fees, hard at work out here. Anyway. Oh my gosh, this is so loud. I'm gonna go where it isn't as loud. All right, that's bananas. That's just too much. All right. Well, now that that's behind us and somewhat less annoying, we'll be walking down the street. Rainer has this thing where she'll mostly pee in the grass, but occasionally she'll think that we're never going to have grass again. So she'll see the end of the grass coming and she'll pee right on the corner of where the cement starts, which kind of defeats the whole point of peeing in the grass. Come on. A very odd animal. She does her whole burying thing. Come on. Like you're going to bury your pee. Or I guess somebody told me, I don't remember where we talked about this, but somebody said if the dog peas and then they kick it up, they're not actually trying to bury it, they're trying to spread their scent, which shows dominance and ownership and all that. All right, this is going to be a real test of this windscreen because it is windy today. I think it'll be okay. Anyway, finally, that noise is behind me. My gosh, that was bad. Anyway, so we're out in the day. Come on. It's about 12:50 a.m. p.m. rather. And boy, if this doesn't blow this windscreen off, I'll be shocked. And I figured it'd be a nice time to take the dog for a little hot walk. Come on, Rain. Let's go this way. It is August, mid-August. It is a balmy, what's the temperature right now? 95 degrees right now, not too bad. Dry though. Still pretty warm. I like it. I'm a big dry heat guy. And I could live in the desert if I was made to, I would. Well, actually, you don't have to make me. I would choose to. If somebody said, hey, Scott, got an affordable piece of property, with a house on it down in, Hurricane or Washington County or just anywhere down there in southern Utah, Red Rock, cliff stuff, I'd say, how fast, how soon? I'd move tomorrow if it made sense. It would have to make financial sense, which right now it would not. All right, now we're taking a dump. And by we, I mean the dog, not me. I'm not doing that. I learned my lesson years ago. People shouldn't poop on public land. Get the bag ready. Boy, you're going to love hearing this, right? Good girl. Go ahead and try to bury it. 5 feet away from where you did it. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I could do that. I could live in just the hottest desert and just, give me some access to air conditioning, high-speed internet, and food, water. Come on. I could make a life of that. Oh, the wind is going to test this. If this is terrible, I just won't even post it. I just don't know. I'm using one of those fuzzy hats on the mic. Come on. People hear me out here talking. I think they think I'm talking to myself. Although, you know what? We live in a society now where it's not that unusual. Somebody might have their earbuds in just talking to somebody on the phone. So it isn't that weird. And if they came up to me close, I could really lean into that and say, yeah, I'll have those numbers to you by 2. We got to get the budget done, though. And while we're at it, see if Janice in accounting can get us access to that spreadsheet. All right, sounds good, Bill. I could do that if I need to. I'm prepared. I got ideas. Come on. We're over by a neighborhood splash pad, which usually has a bunch of kids there. I see today is no different. Yep, tons of kids. They will not be there next week because next week school starts. And it's back to school with these weirdos. This generation of strangers. Hold on, Rain. All right, come on. Anyway, yeah, so. Oh, there's no way you're not picking that wind up. There's just no way. That's the windiest it's ever been in my life. Well, that's not true, but it's pretty windy. Should have gone the other way. Problem is the other way had noise, so much noise we were going to struggle with that. This direction is a little more open, which means less tree resistance, which means more wind. You guys can't see this, but back in 2011 or 10, the house we were actually looking at is different where we ended up moving. It was right here. And at the time, my wife said, I don't know, it's kind of a grandma house. And I was like, oh, come on, man. They got this hidden room downstairs behind a bookshelf. You could move the bookshelf, which is pretty awesome. And inside there was storage or whatever. But anyway, she's like, well, this looks like where grandma would live. And I have to admit, I look at it now, it's like a grandma house, all brick. Nothing wrong with brick, but and even the people that ended up moving in, they installed a helper bar thing that you hold to get in there, and then a ramp so somebody's in a wheelchair, which is fine and great, but it just makes the house look even more like it's where somebody went to die. So her point, I think, was a good and valid one. But I did like that secret room. I was big on that. I think they were weird about it. The people that were there before, I think they built it because they're, preppers or something. It wasn't full of guns and storage and stuff, but it was just this separate space that you could hide in. Somebody came in the house, strangers or whatever, and you had to go hide. There are worse places to go, I guess. It just looked like a secret, or, didn't look like anything. It looked like a bookshelf. So it's like Batman or whatever, right? You just move it and down you go, the bat pole or what have you. And I gotta admit, I would have, oh, we're gonna poop again. Phase 2 Del Boca Vista over here with the dog. Here's an update. This will be soft serve because phase 2 is never consistent with phase 1. Oh boy. All right, how you doing? Yeah, get it all out of there. Jeez Louise, this dog. Oh my gosh. That was barely worth using a bag for. Here, come here. Garbage over here. Come here. I'll say this about a neighborhood that's, you know, HOA centric. The frequency of garbage cans and dispensers for bags, if you run out, it's pretty good. I have seen way worse neighborhoods when it comes to that stuff. Come on. But everybody still puts little signs out in front of their yard that says, please don't poop on our lawn. Which makes me think a lot of people just, they just let old Rufus pinch one off and let it rip. Come here. She gets to the point where she's still trying to mark her territory and she's out of pee, so she just kind of puffs a little air, I think. She's like, oh, whew. Come on. And acts like that was, a valiant attempt at her canine nature to mark her territory and let her oppressors know who's in charge. Come on. Anyway, what else is going on? The guy in the car just yelled at me. See, he probably thinks I'm talking to myself. That wacky guy up the road with his dog talking to himself again. I sometimes wonder if I have any reputation. Because, to be honest, most of my friendships, not all, but most, especially the meaningful ones, and relationships are online, okay? Outside of family, obviously, but, me, Kim, the kids, and their kids, we're all good. But most people, certainly the people I work with are online and don't live here or near me. There's a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, it's true, right? So I sometimes wonder if I have a reputation for being elusive, or I don't know, like they don't know what I'm up to. Like I got secret experiments going on and nobody really knows what Scott's up to over here. And so right now, this to them looks like, oh, he's out there, he's scoping around for more material for his science experiments or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I'm probably just all in my head. Come on, let's go this way. We're crossing the street after this car, after the blue car. Sit down. Sit. Okay. Come on. Oh, this guy painted his house. This used to be an ugly baby blue, and now it's a less ugly. What's the candy as kids? Oh, what was that called? Why do I want to say it was alligator related? There was a candy that was like a very specific green growing up. It's the same color as those plastic Green Machine big wheels. Rainer, come on. There's nothing there, baby. She's acting like this neighborhood is hers. Maybe she's right. Uh-oh, we got somebody getting out of their car. We're just gonna be quiet for a minute. Don't mind me, just gonna walk on by. Hey, good. Come on. That's the friendliest I've seen him. Last time I saw that same guy didn't say hello back. This time he did. Anyway, there's the garbage man. Recycling and disposal. More like disposal and no recycling, if I'm to believe the conspiracies that recycling is a myth designed to make you and me feel better about putting plastic stuff in the right can, even though at the end of the day, everything's getting put in the same hole. Actually, if Jesse's listening to this, a listener of various shows, maybe you could tell me how much of a, or anyone in the sanitation world, garbage disposal world, do you guys know if, ow, damn it, Rainer, go this way. If you walk around me, I'm going to trip. How much of that is a myth? Or how much of that is actually getting done? Because there sure is a lot of marketing put into saying, we're green here. Put the thing in the right can. If you do, then we'll make sure plastics and paper stay where they belong. And trash doesn't get mixed, all that. Because then I've heard people say, nah, they just take it to the dump and it mixes in. And their justification is, well, it teaches people to do the right thing, even though the follow-through isn't true to the right thing. In other words, I'm doing the right thing by putting my soda cans in the right box or bag. But the people who go the last mile aren't doing any of that. That is to say, the right thing. Come on. And I don't mean the drivers. I mean the sanitation industry. Those who contract with cities and states and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to be cynical about everything. So someone let me know. Because I don't know. If I claimed to know, I'd be lying. Anyway, I have to apologize for the last diary. It was just a little bit of an event fest, and I just needed to do that. I didn't even publicize that one. I just put it on the feed. So nobody's just happening across it. You all had to hear it intentionally, I suppose. Oh, here's some kids. I have to act like I'm an absolutely normal neighbor here. I don't need no parents thinking I'm weird. Come on. Because I am not, okay? I am the least weird person on the street right now. Come on, Raina, we're going this way. Good girl. Oh, okay. Oh, you're good. No worries. Called me brother. He got confused. I thought he was going, and I'd go behind him. And then he got nervous and hit his brakes, which meant I was halfway between him and the front. So, whatever. It was a friendly interaction. That's the important part. Sorry, I'm getting a little winded. We're going uphill now. Come on. Oh, I love walking in the heat. I mean, it's not good for my skin because I sunburn like a mother effer. And, I'll tell you what doesn't slow down. The older you get, the formation of moles on your arms, your exposed sun arm spots, especially when you're a white boy like Rainer, you are not laying down. Come on. Just because you're in your 70s and dog years doesn't mean. We'll get you some water and shade. Come on. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I get new moles all the time. It's part of my genetic heritage. My mom, I swear, had a new mole every day. Maybe more. And my grandma was basically a mole when she died. One singular mole. And we have some history of, albeit usually not aggressive cancers, but some skin cancer in our family. So whenever we go anywhere where I know there's a lot of exposure, I will wear sunscreen. When I'm out in a day like today, walking the dog, I'm wearing a long sleeve Hurley white long sleeve shirt. It's kind of designed for this. You might say, oh, that sounds really hot. It's actually not. It's white, so it reflects everything. And I find them rather comfortable, and they cover my arms, my neck and stuff. And, you know, I don't want no skin cancer. It's not worth it. Especially at this stage. You know, when you're a teenager and you're like, hey, baby, want me to take my shirt off? Not that I ever did that, but you know what I mean. We're just not there now. It's just the deal. Time passes, and you're either still there when it does or you're not. So just be glad you're there. You have people around you that you like, hopefully. Treat you well, you treat them well. That's all you can ask for. It's really all life's about. And then once in a while, when a guy tries to turn at the wrong time, and you try to walk at that, you know, because you think he's doing a thing, and then it doesn't work out, sometimes he can pipe up and go, oh man, sorry, brother, he says. And you can go, ah man, no sweat, don't worry about it. Why don't we do that more? I don't know what his political leanings are. I don't know what his take is. I just know that we have to occupy the same space, so we're going to keep it at this friendly interaction, you know? No reason to escalate it. Now that is a weird garbage truck. It looks private. I'll bet they contract a bunch of these guys and they're just all however they are. Kind of like Amazon drivers. Sometimes they're in an actual Amazon truck. Sometimes it's just a dude in his Honda. Speaking of which, we've had our car since 2018, the family vehicle, and we sold it. Turns out Volkswagens hold their value pretty well, and we finally got into the world of less gas consumption. Now, I'd love to tell you that we got a full electric, but we didn't. Because I'm not convinced, I just could not get convinced by anything that the long distance stuff is worth it yet. We make enough trips to remote-ish areas, north, south, east, and west, that we just don't want to do that whole, oh crap, do I have enough, have I charged enough? The heat makes a difference, the cold makes a difference, like all that stuff. It's not that it's bad. We're just not there yet, overall. With both infrastructure and the tech isn't quite there. I mean, it is there. You know what I mean. You don't be calling me, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. What we did is we opted for, come here, Rainer, here's some shade. We opted for a Honda Accord Hybrid, which came highly rated from everywhere that I could find. Car and Driver basically called it the perfect car. They like it with or without the hybrid, but we wanted to try that. And already our gas mileage wasn't bad on the Passat, has been insanely good on this thing. There's times it'll tell me I have 90 miles to the gallon, which is an insane thing to say. When it averages out, though, obviously it's not that, but we're already seeing that. Plus, I just really like Hondas. Had Hondas most of my life and loved them. My favorite car of all time was a Honda. I had a Civic at a very young age. Loved it. Never let me down. Never broke down. We've had a few since, and I'm very happy with what we chose to do. And we think for the next 8 to 10 years, this is our car. We thought about a truck for a hot minute, and then I decided I didn't want to be asked for people to borrow it all the time, or for us to move shit for people. I'll admit, I don't feel like doing that. Now, I'll do it if I can offer, but I don't like people asking me. Is that weird? That's a little weird, maybe. I don't know, it's the Seinfeld thing, taking people to airports. You have to have a certain relationship to go that far. Anyway, I think it's going to do it for this walk. We're just about home, and both of us are a little sweaty. and feel good about what we've done, don't we, Rainer? You feel good? Yeah, she's laying here chilling. She's a good dog. She stinks, but I love her. All right. Send me your feedback. You can email me on the website or just use the email address scott@frogpants.biz. The .com one is fruity because of a hack that left me sometimes with servers that won't forward my mail. It has nothing to do with me. It annoys me. But I am now getting mail no problem every time with scott@frogpants.biz or .biz. All right? Thanks so much, everybody. Stay out of trouble and eat what's good for you. Bye.